Oh, no. Wait a minute. You are live. Yeah, I'm live. Hello. Hi, friends. Hope life is good for you. I am in Novato, California, and it's only 5 o'clock. I'm going to play you a little song. We're celebrating spring, whatever it is. I call it it's spring, or is it? It's definitely spring here in California, but back home, it's still iffy. This is called Let the Magic Start. We have this life ever rising up. We can drink of a peace from the ever-flowing cup. We have vision when we trust our hearts. Surrender to the dance and let the magic start. We have spirit to live well and long, bonds of humanity rooted deep and strong. Sorrow and anger fade and love will win when we open up and let the magic in. We have powers, we have feelings, we have learning, we have healing, we have imagination, and we have art. Surrender to the dance and let the magic start. We have love, the great mystery that surrounds our fears and sets us free. For only love can mend the wounded heart, if only we will let the magic start. Nosotros todos a fuerza de querer, basta comenzar, a paz renacerá, então seremos sim imensa multidão, na magia desse arte de viver. Nosotros todos a força do querer, basta começar, a paz renacerá, então seremos sim imensa multidão, na magia desse arte de viver. We have love, the great mystery that surrounds our fears and sets us free. For only love can mend the wounded heart, if only we will let the magic start. Nosotros todos a força do querer, basta começar, a paz renacerá, então seremos sim imensa multidão, na magia desse arte de viver. La 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 I gotta get my voice going. I've actually been traveling all day, to tell the truth, and here's my friend Jerry Moore's house, and just throwing together a little something to play for you all tonight. I thought I'd play this song of mine. It's called Winter to Spring, that maybe sums up the whole thing. It's Garden as Orchestra. The breeze excites the branches with the sound of violins and rustles of percussion as the orchestra begins. The sun ascends its platform like conductor with baton, awakening the players, for the music must go on. Winter to spring, summer to fall, and may each of us experience a lifetime of it all. Summer to fall, and winter to spring, we are here to share the joy and sorrow all the seasons bring. All the seasons bring. birds comprise the woodwinds, the great animals the brass, and higher partials flit between the flowers and the grass. In silent grace the water folks surrender to their dance within their fluid theater, so as not to break the trance. Winter to spring, summer to fall, and may each of us experience a lifetime of it all. Summer to fall, and winter to spring, we are here to share the joy and sorrow all the seasons bring. All the seasons bring. From mud and water have we come to split the earth and sky, the plants and fish, the birds and bees, and lately you and I, to learn the dance of harmony and lessons all to share, of love and living circles rich with magic in the air. Winter to spring, summer to fall, and may each of us experience a lifetime of it all. Summer to fall, and winter to spring, we are here to share the joy and sorrow all the seasons bring. All the seasons bring. Do it one more time. Winter to spring, summer to fall, and may each of us experience a lifetime of it all. Summer to fall, and winter to spring, we are here to share the joy and sorrow all the seasons bring. All the seasons bring. Well, thank you for donations, by the way. It's scrolling down at the bottom of the screen there. Whoops, I'm pointing the wrong way. Over here, there it goes. Donations keep us going, and for a couple of years there hasn't been the gigs and the traveling and stuff. Here I am, though, in California. I'm going to play an outdoor concert on Saturday and be here for a rehearsal of the big choral piece, the Missagaya Earth Mass, that I wrote a lot of with the Paul Winter Consort. Well, I want to introduce you to my friend that's over here just off camera. You want to let me adjust this thing here. Yeah. Where's the camera crew when you need it? This is, and I know he looks like he's way in the background here, but he's only a couple of feet away. This is Jerry Moore.
Good afternoon.
We go way back. I met Jerry in the first few weeks that I went to Eastman School of Music. He was a graduate student. Ooh, and I ended up subbing for somebody and playing. I played drums at that point. Yeah, don't hold it against me. And let me see if I can get the camera more like that. And Jerry was playing piano. Jerry was also a great flutist and a professor of music for a long time at College of the Redwoods most of your career, I guess, but all, well, you tell us, after you were at Eastman, you'd already been teaching before that, when you came.
Yeah, I had. Anyway, while I was College of the Redwoods, I took advantage of my access to budgets and so forth to bring a lot of visiting artists to the school, including the Paul Winter Consort.
Yes.
Which I thought was a real coup, and it was a great program. And most of the group stayed at my house on the canal, a couple miles away from the college. And then Jim came up to me and said, You know, we've met before,
Yeah,
and
a
he
decade.
had to remind me that some years earlier, when we were both students at the Eastman School of Music,
Yeah,
we played a job at a dinner house right across the street from the
yeah.
school.
The famous Town and Country restaurant where
That's what it was
jazz guys
called.
would play there, and I was total neophyte, and I can't imagine how I did that night, but
Well,
nobody threw anything anyway. Well, yeah. So and
it,
then
it couldn't have been too bad because I promptly forgot about it.
didn't stick in your mind. That's good. Well, and then I know you went. You got a doctorate at Kent State. And other
Yeah,
stuff, further
somewhere
study.
along the line, I decided that to be comprehensive in the teaching of music, I needed to include the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of a movement in the music education business. And Kent State University at that time was the only one who offered a teaching credential, doctorate, in teaching of music with an emphasis in ethnomusicology. So I spent a couple of years in Kent, Ohio, getting used to Eastern weather.
Yeah, if not Rochester, New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Boston.
Or Californian. Yeah, that's it's almost hard to describe that. A few decades ago, ethnomusicology was not even really barely a thing. Musicology, I know when I took musicology, it was like dead white Europeans and what was happening in Poland or something when Chopin wrote something. But it was Pete Seeger's dad, Charles Seeger, I think, who really kind of started the ethnomusicology.
Yeah, well, he was one of the original researchers, especially in American folk music.
Yes,
But
but this world music now, you're certainly informed by that. I know you're playing, drawing in stuff, and what I saw you do at the school with all that stuff, and the winter consort. We made an effort to do that.
and they've turned in another direction to include the natural world along with music. So it becomes kind of a question of what is music? I think anybody you were to ask would have a different opinion, and the man on the street would have his opinion, and the scholars would have theirs. But being open to a lot of different kinds, I think, is important.
Yeah, and sounds, like Paul Winter, you were saying. We included the sounds of animals, the calls of animals and things. And there was, I forgot who said it, but Paul always loved to quote the thing about the birds all singing. It doesn't matter which bird sings the best, or something to that effect. I don't have the quote right. But we sing because it's good for us, and we make music because the sound is harmonious and healing and all that. Well, you had a song. How about we play "Gather the Spirit"? Can we do "Gather the Spirit" first?
Sure.
So another piece where we've crossed paths. Jerry was music director. I don't know if you were in official capacity there, but you certainly did music a lot at the Arcata UU Church, and that was another way that we crossed. In fact, I came to play a bunch of times there, and years ago I wrote this song that's now my entree to UUism everywhere. It's amazing. I didn't get any money for it, but it's in the hymn book, or her book, the way they do it. I don't know, their book, and I call churches, and if I say, well, I have songs in the hymn book. Oh, really? What? I say, well, Gather the Spirit. Oh, I love that song. Oh. So it gets me in the door. So, well, let's play it. Here, I'll start it like this. Gather the Spirit, harvest the power, our separate fires will kindle one flame. Witness the mystery of the spirit of heart and mind. Seeds for the sowing are laid in store, nurtured in love and conscience refined, with body and spirit united once more. Gather in peace, gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then, gather in hope, compassion and strength, gather to celebrate once again. We have a little gospel piano. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then, gather in hope, compassion and strength, gather to celebrate once again. Oh, that's nice. Thanks.
So, Jim, I know that nowadays we're always encouraging audiences to be spaced out, separated by distance,
Yeah,
and this seems like an extreme today.
yeah, yeah. We might be 5 feet away from each other. We're well vaccinated and all that. But if you're among strangers, wear your mask. But mumble along with Jim. We always love that. If you want to. I didn't prepare people enough for this. Sometimes I put the songs out ahead of time. I'm going to put up comments there. Oh, look, people are commenting. I have to get my glasses and see. Hello. Hi, Janice. Heidi Cooper, hello. So, Ventura, California, and Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I can't see that one up there. So, oh, Jerry Schultz, hello, Jerry. So, write a comment if you would, say hello. I say this a lot. I'm on both my YouTube channel, my personal YouTube channel, my professional, I'm saying the wrong thing, Facebook, personal Facebook, and the professional Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Jim Scott Music. And then it's also on YouTube. So it's like some people are in the balcony and some people are down here. I haven't figured out who's getting to comment, but I was going to record to be honest, I was going to record this concert yesterday and then just play it tonight. So I didn't get it done yesterday. I was running around so much and left real early this morning. So I just put the arm on Jerry to play something. Not like we rehearsed. We're going to rehearse right now for you. Would you like to play? Jerry had a tune that I said, you have anything with spring? Yes, well, spring's in the name. You want to play this little, tell us about it.
Well, you all know that Jim writes lots of songs. I write lots of melodies. I find it very difficult to deal with the text of songs. One time I was asked to write a choral work, and so that should be easy, and I wrote out the music, and now I'll put some words to it. and I just about went crazy trying to figure out how to do that.
Yeah,
But
what a
anyway.
lot of people do is find a favorite poem and set that to music.
Yeah.
And I do that once in a while, but yeah, my process is, yeah, I wrote those words too most of the time. Well, this is a
Anyway, I
beautiful
do
melody.
write, and
Okay.
I'll play a piece that I wrote. It's kind of a ballad, but and it's entitled "Gentle Spring," which might not make sense to people living back east right now, but here we have bright sunshine, and I think the temperature might have been up to 80 degrees this morning. For those of you who might not know, Novato is about an hour's drive north of San Francisco in Marin County.
And the ocean's not that far away, over some hills and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, I'll play through Gentle Spring, which is a melody that's been used in a lot of ways with a combo jazz group with a big band, and more recently I developed kind of a fantasy version for my friend Marianne Locke to play on the clarinet. But here it is as a solo piece.
yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. And if you hear what sounds like a little jazz brushes in the background here, Jerry's got this thing on the piano. It responds, hey! It responds to the music. It's dancing, the flowers dancing around it. Oh my gosh.
Well,
We could have, I don't know, so there's a little bit of third musician there playing. Oh, that's beautiful. I could see that. Yeah, definitely being a tune to play on.
Mhm.
Well, let's see. Where are we? Thank you, everybody, for let me say commercials again. I hate doing this, but I don't hate anything. But it's my least favorite part of it. To just remind you that donations keep us going, and we much appreciate it. If you want to do a PayPal.me / Jim Scott Music, there, Venmo is there, or at my website. We love it if you want to just go look up my stuff and the CDs and books and things. And also you can push a button there and make a contribution. But thanks. These concerts, we don't charge admission, but a free will offering is much appreciated. Thanks. And keeps us going. All adds up. I had some unobtrusive pieces of paper here that I've forgotten what I was going to do. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy, I wonder if I should do this. I'd have to put on my glasses and do... I won't do it. Let me... Can I play... I'll play another song here. Let me come around here. That... now I'm cutting off my head a little bit. But here's the whole guitar. You can see the guitar. I wrote a musical some years ago. It was all about saving the forests. And there's a kid who has a favorite tree. He ends up sitting in the tree to keep it from being cut down. And at a mystical moment in the story, he discovers that he can talk to this big old tree. That kind of story. So this was actually a little conversation between the kid and the tree. The tree says, "Well, what do you do mostly?" And the tree says, "Oh, I get older, mostly." That being a viable thing to do if you're a tree, if you're a living thing. I get bigger, I get older, bigger and older and bigger than that and older than that, until finally I get so big and so old, I just fall over and die. But then I have this whole other life. I get to be the nurse log, they call it, and I lie in the forest and all this little microbe life starts to grow in the tree. Hear the microbe life. And the insects grow in the rotting log, and the birds will eat the insects, and somebody might come along and eat the birds, and a whole succession of species are all taken care of by this rotting log that once was a tree. And the tree says, everything is always becoming something else. I'm looking forward to the whole process. The thing is, you got to put more into this bank than you expect to get out. That's what'll keep us going. You got to plant more than you harvest, says the tree, which sounded like a song to me. Plant more than you harvest, sun and water, earth and seeds. Plant more than you harvest, give the earth all that it needs. Plant more than you harvest, give the earth all that it needs. The earth all that it needs. That's the chorus. I sing about 4 lines, and whatever I sing for the 3rd and 4th lines, you can sing it back to me with a different melody, ha ha ha. And the verses fit the same format, sort of. I sing a different melody, but you sing the same melody you sang before. Is this clear? Here's a verse. Clear the meadows and the highways, but plant stout trees between. Let the forests hold the hillsides, cover the earth with green. Let the forests hold the hillsides, cover the earth with green. Cover the earth with green. Plant the grains to feed every woman, man, and child. Some for all the beasts and birds, and some to just grow wild. Some for all the beasts and birds, and some to just grow wild. Some to just grow wild. Plant more than you harvest. Plant more than you harvest. Sun and water, earth and seeds. Plant more than you harvest. Give the earth all that it needs. Plant more than you harvest. Give the earth all that it needs. The earth all that it needs. A little music played on some trees. Some seeds fall by the wayside, but some will make it through. On the water or wind or a loving hand, the cycle starts anew. On the water or wind or a loving hand, the cycle starts anew. The cycle starts anew. Plant more than you harvest. Plant more than you harvest. Sun and water, earth and seeds. Plant more than you harvest. Give the earth all that it needs. Plant more than you harvest. Give the earth all that it needs. The earth all that it needs. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't admit this. I'm starting to get a cramp in my fingers there. Too much traveling. Oh. Well, we got through it. Well, so the tree talks about getting older, and thought we'd just do this silly song. I just scrawled out some chord changes for Jerry over there. We'll a little philosophizing on the passage of time. Got so tall, wish the wind would stop blowing. Got so wide, wish the toenails would stop growing. I'm gonna the feet so slow, like they're stuck in molasses. Eyes so dim, wondering where I put my glasses. Only good thing about getting old is you're getting older too. Only good thing about getting old is getting older with you. Got so hairy, wanna hibernate in winter. Got so scary to little dogs and little children. Got so bald on top, blinding people with a reflection. Belly looks like Brazil in the Mercator projection. Only good thing about getting old is you're getting older too. Only good thing about getting old is getting older with you. You wanna do a thing here? got now, got so stiff. Coins on the floor can stay there. Got so crabby, don't know why I should still play there. Got so forgetful, don't know what I came to do here. Don't know who you all are, but I'm still happy to see you here. Only good thing about getting old is you're getting older too. It's a sing-along. Only good thing about getting old is getting older with you. Oh, anybody hurt? So, well, this is great fun. We should have done this when there wasn't a camera around. So we are, well, I'm going to play a backyard concert, let me say to anybody who happens to hear this, in Petaluma this Saturday at 2 o'clock. And you can find out about it. I didn't even get it on Facebook. I don't want to give out the address publicly, but you can contact me, Jim at Jim Scott Music. If you're anywhere around, want to come to a nice little outdoor concert on Saturday, love to have you. And then I'm rehearsing with the California Redwood Chorale, get the names right here, to do the Mississauga Earth Mass on Earth Day weekend. So I'll be back in California in a month. On the Saturday, Sunday, the 23rd, 24th of April. And those concerts are both 3 p.m. Saturday afternoon and 3 p.m. Sunday afternoon. Happens to be at the UU Church, which they call the Glazer Center. It is a place where it's a great concert venue in Santa Rosa. I didn't get that in there. In Santa Rosa, California. So if you go from anywhere in the Bay Area, over the Golden Gate Bridge and up 101, you'll go past where we are in Novato, Petaluma next, and Santa Rosa next. So you can't come to the rehearsal on Sunday, though, I believe. Even if you say you're my friend. But if by any chance you're around in this parts on the Earth Day weekend, let me mention also Friday night, Earth Day itself, the 22nd, I'll be playing in Davis, California. So starting to get out and do some gigs, and though still I'm going to keep up these Wednesday things, and still, work is not as it was for musicians. Venues are still not sure, what we should do, what the protocols are, and churches and things that I used to play at all the time. I do often play for people. I've done concerts and I've done church services on Zoom and stuff from my living room. But to actually get on the road again, this is really nice. And boy, it's a beautiful day still out here. So it would be 9 o'clock back home, but it's only 6 o'clock here. Sun's still out. Well, I always end with this song that we played this, the melody of this, what's now the refrain of the song, but it was just, that was all there was 16 bars around. And it's of Russian derivation. I'm not really sure of the whole thing, but it would sound like this in Russian. Наши жизни вы должны соткать в этот звук, пропеть его в ночи, чтоб звезды слушали во сне, и хоровод ходили в тишине. My wish for you, as now we part, is for greater peace to fill your heart with dreams as vast as starry space. So hurt and anger know no place. May truth be shared and wounds be and for it to then it be revealed through every fate and circumstance. May hope lead weary steps. Here's the chorus. And may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. Let's just play the chorus. And may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. I'm gonna play a little piano here. Be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. It's a round, let's try it one more time. And may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. Tag, ever dancing circles in the night. One more time. Ever dancing circles in the night. One more time. Ever dancing circles in the night. Oh, thank you, Jerry. Hey, it's been fun. So Jerry is retired from the College of the Redwoods, and
For 22 years.
22. Wait a minute. 22 years. What? Not since you retired. 21. No, how many years did you do to teach at the school?
35 years.
35 years at the school.
But yeah, I'm living in the Bay Area. We get to go to a lot of symphony concerts.
Yeah, nice to be. College of the Redwoods is up in Eureka, California. If you look on a map, Eureka and Arcata are way up there in the top corner.
4 or 5 hours drive from here.
Yeah, California being a large state. Well, I hope to get to the ocean tomorrow, actually. See the Pacific Ocean. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for your